And welcome back to New Teacher Notes. This is Dr. Lenore Foster, and I'm here to talk about Open House Night, also known as Parent Night. So I know for some new teachers, you have a bit of anxiety about this night because there are a lot of first impressions that are made. But it does not have to be that way. And I'm going to share with you some tips to prepare for that night, to have a successful open house night. So the first thing I would suggest is to come in 1 or 2 weeks before the school year gets started and go ahead and set up your classroom as close to what you want it to look like for the first day of school. This is very helpful. Now, let me be realistic. Those of you who are international teachers, those of you who are moving out from out of state or what have you, you may have just arrived and you do not have anything and you did not have time to set up your classroom. This is not a time to get stressed, okay? So just take a whoosha and it's all good. This is what you do. Focus in on making your classroom look as close to a learning environment as you possibly can. That may simply mean that you push the extra furniture to the side that you know that you don't need, and or get a custodian to come in and remove the furniture so that you can at least organize the student desk and the teacher desk to look similar to the way that you want it to look on the first day of school. And then don't worry about it, because the primary focus is going to be on you, okay, when you meet the parent and the student. So just make sure your classroom looks decent and neat and presentable. Now, you want to, on open house night, to dress professionally. So leave the shorts and the t-shirts at home, but you want to dress looking as the professional that you are. The second thing is you want to have a syllabus. If at all possible, have a syllabus or a parent letter typed up and printed out, ready to go, ready to hand out. Or you may want to do a brochure. Many teachers now are simply placing their syllabus or their parent letter on their class website or their Google Classroom or their Schoolology page, and parents and students can access it from there. Okay, and that's perfectly acceptable. You want to also, if possible, have a copy of your textbook or your ebook available. You can project your ebook on the screen. You can have your textbook on the student desk so that students who are curious about the course or what have you, parents are interested in what the textbook is about, the readability of it, they can flip through the textbook and perhaps ask you a question or two about it, okay? You also want to have posted up your classroom rules and expectations. And I will have a video on how to put together your classroom rules and expectations. But you want to have that posted so when parents come in, they see that you're already thinking about these things and you're prepared for their student to come in and have a learning environment, a rich and nurturing, positive learning environment. You also want to make sure that you have a check-in sheet. Now, some administration will, come around, administrative teams will come around and pass out or send you a copy in an email, a check-in sheet for parents. And usually they either sign their name and their email address or their phone number, and you can use that as a point of reference later on when you want to contact parents. But if your administrative team does not offer that, just quickly do a spreadsheet where you have a chart and they can sign, and that way you can keep a tally of which parents you had contact with on open house night and contact information for the future. Now, the last thing that I want you to keep in mind is that this open house or parent night is simply a meet and greet. So some parents are really, want to go into a lot of detail and kind of have you to themselves for 5, 6, 10 minutes. and there are other parents coming in. You do not want to neglect your parents coming in. So just keep it light, keep it simple. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. You're whose mom or dad, and you show them a couple of things, invite them into your classroom, let them look around your classroom, and you continue to meet and greet your other parents. So once that begins, the time usually goes by quickly, and your parents are pretty satisfied because they get to see you face to face. They get to chat with you for a few seconds, and they're moving on to meet their child's other teachers. Okay, so have a successful open house or parent night. Until later, bye bye.